Hi, and welcome to Ednews TV. I'm Jalalzada Mahammadali. Today, we will talk about the confrontation between Thailand and Cambodia, the role of ASEAN and other international actors in the region. We are joined to well-known geopolitical analyst, journalist Neil Watson. Mr. Watson, thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to participate today. Thank you for inviting me.
My first question is, what are the main historical causes of the Thailand-Cambodia conflict?
Well, we actually have to cast our mind back a little. First of all, we have to look at Priya Vihir, which is a temple. It's a Hindu temple that goes way back into history. If we go back to 1904, Siam, which is now Thailand, and French Indochina, which is now partly Cambodia, they demarcated the border between the countries. And they placed, in a French map of 1907, they placed Priya Vimir on the Cambodian side. Now, since that time, it has been contested. Priya Vimir is very much regarded as being a symbol of national dignity for both countries and part of their national heritage. But in 1962, the International Court of Justice ruled that Priya Vimir should be in the Cambodian side, and this was reiterated by another ICJ statement in 1993. We cannot underestimate the importance of Priya Vimir. It's a very important religious site. It's a very important tourism site as well. And actually, ownership and governorship of this particular historical site is very important for both countries. There have been skirmishes. There has been a lot of problems between Cambodia and Thailand over this, and indeed some of the surrounding regions as well. So that is why we're talking about this today, that there is the risk that this is going to actually erupt again as some kind of war.
My second question is, how do border disputes influence the nationalism and domestic politicals in Thailand and Cambodia?
Yes, well, it's interesting to look at this because both of these countries are both post-colonial countries, and really very much in Thailand, they use this kind of conflict, or this we could call it a frozen conflict, indeed, to divert attention away from internal instability. And the Cambodian president Hun Sen, he's actually wielded various nationalist narratives around Priya Vimir. So really, we're getting both countries actually using this dispute, this problem, as something that they try to mask over internal problems, divert attention, divert the media away. And in many ways, we're looking like the situation in 1984, where we have the book 1984 by George Orwell, where we have an issue between countries being used very much in order to actually get the population to be on side, to support the ruling elites, and also to support, in many ways, regimes that do not necessarily respect human rights and democracy.
Why has ASEAN struggled to play an effective role in managing this conflict?
Well, I think that there is an issue with ASEAN generally. It's first of all, it has a very much a non-interventionist kind of policy. It will only intervene in disputes if it's actually asked to do so by both sides. So at the moment, it's holding back on this. And then there's also the fact that it doesn't want to lose face. So in many ways, ASEAN actually wants to maintain status quos, whatever they may be, because it doesn't want other international interlocutors from actually involving themselves in what it regards as very much its space. And then there's also the fact that it always makes decisions entirely with consensus. So it only takes one vote in order to make sure that something is not passed. So that is very much the problem that we're talking about with this. So the fact is that ASEAN is actually a very ineffective international organization.
How does the indirect influence of major powers such as China and the United States shape Thailand-Cambodia relations?
Well, I think that China really, as normal, is actually playing something of the trump card here, and forgive the pun there. But I think that in many ways, Cambodia, which is a Chinese ally, it's always getting closer to China. It's supplying to China. It's got good business relationship with China. But also it knows that if it has China on its side, China can always block the ASEAN consensus that we were talking about earlier. And in some ways, Thailand is very much the same. It's getting closer to China these days, but also it has a very, very good relationship with United States as well. And it knows that it's always got United States very much on its side. In fact, some ways, the United States regards Thailand as a very important ally in Southeast Asia. So I think that we have, as normal, we have the big powers of United States and China using the situation to their own advantage. But also, we also know that the connection between China and the United States is, in fact, a lot stronger than the President Trump rhetoric would lead us to believe. The fact is that the United States, of course, is very much reliant on China as well. So I think we are actually seeing a little bit of play acting, a little bit of smoke screens going on between the major powers who are participating in this. One country that's not particularly relevant to this, of course, is Russia. And also we have a lot of feeling in both countries not to have too much foreign interference, direct foreign interference as well, because certainly in Cambodia we have memories of the Khmer Rouge and the atrocities that they committed, very much with French backing. So that's the way that things are.
Mr. Watson, thank you for you taking time to share your valuable insights with us.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, and a happy New Year to all viewers.